over the years, and you know, the great thing about this game, Lewis, you played college and professional football, the wide rainbow of people and cultures that come together to play this game. We just saw an example.
All for a common goal. Absolutely right. This sport, the great sport of football, is kind of a microcosm of life, right? And how it should ideally work. These guys put aside their differences and upbringing, race, religion, to work towards a common goal, man. And the locker room is a beautiful thing. We say it all the time. It's a beautiful thing. If you've never been in one, you should try and find your way to get inside of one, whether it be at the high school, college, or professional level, because we can all learn something from it. Q?
Sammy Williams and JT Reynolds, barrier breakers in the late 60s. It was Williams as a freshman who went out for the team, and head coach Hank Goldberg said no integration. Well, they stayed with it, Sammy and JT, ultimately playing for Coach Gene Stallings here. They didn't travel with the team, so they didn't ever play in road games because they couldn't stay in the team hotel. Hard to imagine.
And the Aggies defense going to get off the field. DJ Durkin looking for grounding again. Shamar Stewart with pressure. Now the late flag comes. All that lobbying by DJ Durkin worked.
Yeah, look, Spencer trying hard to just get the ball out of his hands and not have any negative plays. But again, you can see the tackle box. He doesn't get outside the tackle box, and he just gets rid of the football here instead of maybe risking the sack. But there's no eligible receiver in the area. And DJ's like, thank you. All right, we'll take that. But hey, right now the game tied up here. Here in the second quarter, South Carolina playing some good football, just has to eliminate some of those kind of penalties on the part of Rattler.
And it looked like it hit an A&M player at midfield, and they pounce on it on the Gamecock side of midfield at the 48 after the 34-yard punt. Let's take a look at our next games up, brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Our next game's up, brought to you by Cracker Barrel.
Duke, Louisville. How about those Texas Longhorns? We got to see BYU earlier this year. And then tonight, how does Colorado respond? How does Colorado come off of the bye against UCLA out there in Pasadena? That'll be a good game to watch.
The bye coming at a good time for Deion Sanders and his team. First and 10 for Texas A&M. Johnson completes the pass to Stewart, who was working against Marcellus Dial. Picks up about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
And that just seems like a routine first down play where, it's throw, catch, Dial makes the tackle. Let me tell you, anytime you're one-on-one against a guy like Evan Stewart in the open field like that as a corner, I can just tell you this, it ain't easy. So for Dial to get him on the ground and get the second down, that's a big-time win on the part of South Carolina.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Nothing happening that time for Reuben Owens. Debo Williams making the tackle on the play. Williams, one of the leaders on that defensive side of the football.
I mean, that's a big-time play on the part of Debo Williams. He shot through the line of scrimmage like a cannon. That's how you create TFLs, tackles for loss. You have to get a great key. You have to diagnose the play and then have the conviction to pull the trigger and go. And that's how you get teams in these third and medium, third and long situations, which gives your defense a chance.
3rd and 5. Noah Thomas, the inside receiver to the top of your screen. Healthy this week. Johnson looks the other way, though. The pass complete. But depending on the spot, it looked like he's going to be short of the first down. Let's see where Smith got his forward progress. That's going to be 4th and short coming up. And Johnson wincing there a little bit in pain. A pickup of 4. Offense going to stay on the field.
And you see Max here looking for Anias, just running this little curl-up route. And you see him just take a hit in the pocket, and he has been getting contacted a lot in this pocket. Give the secondary players for South Carolina credit too. They are accepting the challenge against a very, very good Texas A&M wide receiver corps.
Backs lining up out of the eye, and we're going to have a timeout called by South Carolina. Showing a lot of spirit here in the first half.
Shop now and wrap later. With up to 25% off store-wide at Zales. The more you buy, the more you save. Book an appointment with a jewelry expert now at Zales.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni.
Bust.
We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra-large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
This is crazy!
We call it a symbiote, and it chose you.
The hell's going on with Pete?
I'm the hero here, not you.
You're not yourself.
You want to join us?
We can fight this together!
Rated T for Teen.
PlayStation.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh, no, don't touch the,
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It will turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. Full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The 3-row Mazda CX-90.
At Barry in our college football studios, Indiana quarterback Brendan Sorsby has 3 completions on the day. 2 of them are for a combined 150-plus yards and 2 touchdowns. Indiana up on Penn State 14-7.
All season long, student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. 4th down, the analytics say go for it. On 4th and 4 or less. Johnson is going to be close here. Let's see if he got it. It appears as if he got enough. Right at that approximation line we have.
Yeah, he did a nice job just kind of like moving left a little bit and finding and tucking right in behind the tackle, Trey Zone.
They're 3 for 3 on 4th down today.
Now it's shot time. Now it's time to get and push this ball down the field. Q, we were just talking about it in the break. We have not heard from Noah Thomas yet, number 3. The big 6'6", 220-pound receiver. Now's the time.
He's out to the top of the screen. Daniels on the call, picks up about 2 on the play. Debo Williams and Tyreek Johnson in on the stop. Hey, Tuesday, we'll have the exclusive reveal of the first college football playoff top 25 rankings of the season. Reese and the guys breaking it down like a fraction from top to bottom. Have coaches' reactions, as well as live interviews with committee chairman Boo Corrigan and in North Carolina State, the athletic director there. That's what Corrigan does as day job. Also on the committee, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN and the app.
Noah Thomas down here. It looks like it's going to be maybe single safety middle cover, just one safety in the middle of the field. At some point, they got to get him going.
And we have a flag down prior to the play.
False start. Offense, number 3. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Let's take another look here. That's a guy we were just alluding to, Noah Thomas. First Texas A&M penalty of the day. 2nd and 13 back at the 41. He's still at the bottom of the screen. They set up the screen pass. That's the tight end, his brother Jake Johnson. And Johnson ends up about 5 yards shy of the first down. Debo Williams on the stop. He limits it to 8.
Right out of the offensive coordinator playbook on 2nd and long, run a screen. And here, Maxis gets it to brother Jake. Now get it in the 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, that's brothers Johnson, but no strawberry letter 23. Close to a first down though. 3rd down and 5.
Looks like a little pressure is coming.
Here it is. He got rid of it. Hit his man in stride. Smith made a nice move. Got a block. And it's 1st and goal for Texas A&M. Anais Smith changed directions on a dime.
You see Anais Smith up here, and you see the corner playing him outside leverage with no safety in the middle of the field. And when Anais breaks this inside, there's no help in there. You have short help by the linebacker, number 52, Blanton, but nothing deep in the deep part of the field. Great play call on the part of Texas A&M.
Oh, Johnson kept it himself, and it's brought down at about the 2-yard line. Another stop by Debo Williams, who's made several tackles at 2nd down and goal for Texas A&M. This offense has found its rhythm now.
Absolutely, they sure have. And I'll tell you what, now you see the big fullback, number 24, Crownover, come into the game. We talk about running the football down in here close. Now you got Crownover in the game, 24, Amari Daniels. You brought in some extra big men. You got some extra tight ends in the game. Now it's just body on body.
Crownover at 235 pounds. Leading the way, but nothing doing for Amari Daniels. Going to be brought down for a short loss on the play. Alex Huntley, the first one to get there, along with Blanton and Eman Wari.
Excellent job by defensive tackle Alex Huntley, standing his blocker up at the point of attack, staying square, staying on your feet. I'd love me some good short yardage football, Mark. I love short yardage. I mean, this is one of my favorite periods. When I was playing, hey, anytime they were like live goal line period, I was like, I'm all for it. I'm in.
On 3rd and goal, there was a little motion up front. Let's see who that's going to go against. It might have been Nick Barrett, number 93 for the Gamecocks.
Offside. Defense, number 93. Contact in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
You see voice inflection. Quarterbacks down here always trying to change up their snap count a little bit. Although down here, look, you just want to come off the football. You don't want to get your own offensive lineman sitting on their heels. Just come off the ball.
Here's Daniels. Got into the end zone on 2nd effort. And the Aggies take a touchdown lead.
That's a good, tough run by Amari Daniels. But you can just see it right here. He's going to try and hit it right here. And it is just stopped up, and you just see right here, a lot of times running backs would go down on the ground. Watch him just keep his balance. He keeps his eye on the goal line, knows where he needs to get to. That's great 2nd effort on the part of Amari Daniels. That's how you punch it in there.
From one of the highly esteemed high school programs in South Florida, Miami's Central High School. The Rockets religiously in the state finals. And Daniels representing his crew down in Dade County. Let's go back to the studio.
Okay, Jonesy, Matt Barry here. Coming up on the Lexus Halftime Report, Oklahoma in a weather delay, but down to Kansas. Plus, who's your daddy? early on, Indiana and Penn State. And Brock Bowers, the effect he'll have missing some games for Georgia. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway join me coming up on the Lexus Halftime Report.
All right, back here. Aggies with a 7-point lead, 14-7. And, you know, interesting tweak to the coaching staff here at Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher brought in Bobby Petrino to take over as offensive coordinator last year. And from game 1 that we saw here against New Mexico to game 9, Jimbo Fisher sounded very pleased about the way things have evolved and freeing him up to oversee a little bit more.
It's one of the picture. One of the best parts of our conversation, Mark, with Jimbo Fisher, how he just talked about how now he is able to really manage this roster, manage the development of his players, communicate with people, players' families about how their players are doing it, good and bad, whether they're playing or they're not playing, and how that's just a critical part of college football now because of the fact that, look, players are on the move all the time, and if they're not happy, they will get in the transfer portal in a hurry.
Yeah, and we've got 2 other former head coaches at the FBS level. DJ Durkin and Steve Adazio, the offensive line coach. Joining Bobby Petrino, former head coach several places, Louisville, Arkansas amongst them. Let's see how South Carolina responds. Rattler with the first down pass and catch out to the 39 to his tight end, Trey Knox, one of the more impressive young men that we had a chance to meet and visit with this year.
I'll tell you, he is impressive, and he is a guy who will have a career in the league. Spencer Rattler, you take too many shots like that from Shamar Turner.
Rattler got it out, incomplete, intended for his back, Mario Anderson. Second and 10 coming up.
If you're South Carolina right now, you would like to be a little bit more balanced. But look, you're only down 1 score right now. Your quarterback's playing pretty well. Your offensive line is held up in protection for the most part, although Spencer has been under duress a little bit here in these first 2 plays of this series.
Got rid of it, nobody there, and let's see if that's another grounding. Not sure he was outside the tackle box, and there was no receiver in the same area code. Edgerrin Cooper with the pressure on Rattler.
I think they're going to get him again.
There it is. That's number 3.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 7. The ball was placed at the start of the foul. Lost it down. 3rd down.
I mean, you're going to see it right here, and you're going to see Cooper coming into your screen. And look, obviously, Spencer Rattler just does not want to take negative plays. He does not want to take sacks, but he's got to be smarter with the ball and understand exactly what's going to happen to him if there's no eligible receiver in the area and he's still inside the pocket.
Yeah. 30 sacks allowed this year on the season for South Carolina. They had 6 sacks last week against Missouri in their loss in Columbia. 6 scholarship offensive linemen out for South Carolina. Rattler trying to do it with a patchwork of guys up front, and he's sacked again. That's the 4th sack of the day for the Aggies defense. Diggs that time, and he's digging it.
What a great effort on the part of Fadil Diggs. Watch this effort. Diggs is double teamed. You will see him right here coming off the edge, and watch. He is getting double teamed by the back and the tackle. Now watch him stop his rush, work back up into the pocket. That's his textbook. That's textbook competitive makeup and never say die. The coverage holds up in the back end. That's the kind of effort they're looking for. And you just see it right here. Watch this awareness. I'm going to spin out of this. Now I'm just going to work back up into the pocket. That's the kind of intensity you expect out of this 8-9 deep defensive line that can just come at you in waves here at Texas A&M.
Man, after that opening drive by South Carolina, that touchdown drive, not the opening one, things have really flipped.
Yeah, they sure have. The offense has gotten going for Texas A&M a little bit. They've kept it within 1 score here late here in the 2nd quarter.
Fair catch at the 43-yard line by Smith. And we're going to have a flag on the 37-yard punt. Smith already has returned a punt for a touchdown earlier this year in the game against
Kick catch
Arkansas.
interference, kicking team number 17. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, that's going to give Texas A&M auspicious starting field position on this drive. Hey, coming up at 3:30 Eastern on ABC, our triple header rolls on with number 7 Texas hosting BYU, and we cap the day with Coach Prime Colorado at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, squaring off against number 23 UCLA. Colorado sitting at 4-3, trying to become bowl eligible, and you know the expectations got so quickly so high after those opening wins. Remember, they only won a game last year.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they needed the bye to come exactly when it did. We'll see if they can come out with more energy and more consistency in terms of their execution tonight.
Smith in motion. Johnson surveys, fires, wide open. Room service. Smith stayed in bounds. Smith, touchdown! Ananias. What a playmaker. Thinks he should make every play, every catch, and they should all result in a touchdown. Sets the bar high for himself. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. And look at those impressive career yards. A young man who was back this year, suffered a season-ending injury in the game against Arkansas last year. And boy, he is back in full effect. $14-point lead for the Aggies on a 21-0 run right now.
You're going to see it right here. You're going to see Ananias started out here and went in motion. He's going to be double teamed by these two right here. Inside, outside, a bracket. And you're going to see what happens is the outside part of the bracket right here, the freshman Kilgore, you've got to stay outside to cushion for this 7 route. When he breaks back outside, you see he loses leverage. Then he gets caught up in the wash down the field. And once Ananias Smith has some room to run, he's one of the best, most dynamic open field runners in all of college football. But when you have a guy doubled and you have him in and out like that, and the guy runs an out route, the outside part of the bracket, that's for you. That's for you to take away. Those out-breaking routes, and the freshman Kilgore not able to maintain leverage. And a guy like Ananias Smith, like I said, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, he's lethal. Looks like Kilgore got caught up in amongst his own teammates.
As it got down the field, Ananias Smith just used the South Carolina defenders against Jalen Kilgore. Weaves his way into the end zone. Now all of a sudden this game is in jeopardy for South Carolina. They don't want to let this get out of hand.
Down 14 in a blink, seemingly. Well, it's almost time for the first college football playoff rankings release Tuesday on ESPN. We have the college football playoff top 25 show presented by Allstate. As we get ready for the release, Lewis, what are your predictions for the college football playoff rankings?
Yeah, we've got a chance to see Florida State already. We saw how impressive they were on both sides of the ball. Georgia, you still got to give them their props. Michigan, one of the most well-balanced teams. Ohio State, as long as they get good quarterback play, they have fantastic defense. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out of control good. And then Washington with Michael Penix, just absolutely fantastic. Pac-12 has really been showing out this year as far as quarterback play.
First touch of the game and target of the game for Leggett, who's brought down immediately by Cooper. A couple of quasars, and fans, don't forget to go to ESPN.com/Allstate Playoff Predictor to check out your team's chances to make the college football playoff. Man, Edgerrin Cooper has been one of the quasars in a constellation of stars on the field today for Texas A&M. We've called his name so many times.
Mark,
in terms of tackles.
He's just a ridiculous playmaker. He's just so athletic. I mean, these kind of guys with long arms who are 6'3", 6'4", 230, 235 pounds who can run like this. I mean, he can just do everything. You can put him anywhere you want. You can put him out in space and coverage in zone. He can match up against backs and tight ends in man. You want him to work through 2-3 blockers on a screen play and try to make sure it doesn't break out and get down the field. Hey, I'm your guy. I'll do that too. I'll do whatever you need me to do. And the fact that he responded to the way Coach Durkin challenged him early on in the preseason speaks to his character, which NFL scouts are going to love. He didn't shrink. He rose to the occasion.
This is Anderson. Stopped up for a game of about 3. And, you know, just to finish off a point about Cooper, in this day and age of the transfer portal, when players can, you know, go to an app on their phone and pretty much get into the portal.
Yeah.
It says something about great players that they like to be coached hard.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. The truly great ones, absolutely. Some guys may talk like they want to be coached hard, but when the rubber meets the road, as the great Mike Tomlin likes to say, they don't really want to be coached hard, huh, Quinn? Some guys will just run from that kind of challenge.
Hugh, that's an impressive defense.
Yeah, and DJ Durkin deserves a lot of credit for the relationship-based coaching that's gone on behind the scenes, in the meeting room, at practices, challenging Cooper, and Cooper's responded. And, you know, one thing I think is notable, Torian York calls this defense, 21, the freshman inside, allowing Cooper to run free. And you just watch him play, Lewis, his eyes and the trust in what he's seeing, and he is just so fast running downhill.
Yeah, Torian, as a freshman, has alleviated some of the burden off of Edwards.
Sure has, and a nice tackle by Bryce Anderson that time from his safety spot.
And there's another one of those fantastic athletes in Bryce Anderson, who we talked about at the open. This is a guy who's a high school quarterback. He's also a 10-4, 800-meter sprinter, 21-2, 200-meter sprinter. They've just got athletes galore on this roster, man.
Another 4-star.
Yeah, just another one.
Just another 4-star.
But yeah, I mean, he is a fantastic player. Didn't play in their last game, and they missed him. They missed him against Tennessee.
Yeah. This Aggie team could easily be 6-1 right now, instead of 4-3 when you look at the 2 losses to Alabama and Tennessee by 6 and by 7 points respectively. And that's going to be the end of the first half of play. Texas A&M going into the locker room at halftime, down up by 14 points, 21-7. South Carolina with a daunting task ahead in the next 2 quarters. We're going to send it back to the studio for news, scores, and highlights.
Come into the Lexus halftime report. We will have news, scores, and highlights. It is Florida State and Wake Forest. Here's what I find remarkable about this game. Wake Forest has won the last 3 in this series. Jordan Travis is like, that's probably not going to happen today.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. That kills a defense and a team. You can't get off the field in 3rd and 11.
Demon Deke staying with it. Justice Ellison, 51-yard gain, pushed out inside the 20.
It was an explosive play, but that was more than half of their yards for the entire
So 3rd and goal at the flip of the quarter. Now 10-7 Wake Forest in this one.
Yeah, Wake can't throw the ball at all. They're 1 of 6 for 19 yards, but the run game is going.
You know who can throw it?
Florida State.
You know why?
Keon Travis.
Keon Coleman.
I can have to throw real far. How about that? No. And then here's how you know you're good, too. Out of the backfield, set up the screen perfect to Trey Benson. He goes 80 yards for this one. Ooh.
Great tackles, and then they're not going to catch him.
Bad tackling, 24-7. Seminoles on the road. Wake Forest, short work week. They've got Thursday night football at Duke. Oklahoma and Kansas.
Oh, no.
I mean, this is a sleepwalk if I've ever seen one. Mello Dotson's 7-0.
That is them playing any defense. What is this? They're really good on offense. They get some help with the defense. They'll be a good football team.
You throw the late hitches.
And then sacked here by Austin Booker. Rock Chalk. They stepped up early in this one.
That was the second possession. They stopped first 2 possessions, turnover, and a stop on down.
Now Daniel Highshaw, 9 yards in. It's 14-0 Kansas. Later in the game, they're trying to get themselves fired up. Gabriel, he's going to keep it. Sooners finally get on the board.
Yeah, and a great play design right there. They fake it, but then the tailback becomes the lead blocker going around the edge.
Story here, though, it is a weather delay in Lawrence. It is 38 degrees, rainy, and lightning. That sounds pleasant.
It's unfortunate for Kansas.
Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway, Matt Berry, Halloween weekend, final weekend of October. And let's start there because first playoff rankings come out Tuesday. You would better be careful if you're a ranked road team today.
Well, it's unfortunate for Kansas they have a weather delay. The great fans, it's cold out there. They got off to a great start. Now they're in the locker room. It's going to be interesting.
New sweet and spicy wings don't make sense. Marinated and tossed in a blend of chili, garlic, and ginger, as sweet as they are spicy. Speaking of flavor, order a Cajun-style turkey at your local Popeyes this holiday season.
Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar, plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
In this clinic, we pride ourselves on putting others first. It's on us to help care for our clients' well-being, to help them adapt. It's inspiring to work at a place where our patients succeed and we as therapists do too. With great benefits from Principal, we feel appreciated for the work we do.
When is a football more than a football? When it puts 4 years of higher education at your fingertips, provides medical, nutrition, and mental health support, offers academic tutoring plus medical coverage even after college, helps develop your brand, and teaches you that the end zone is only the beginning. For college athletes, a football just means more.
Char Farms is a riding stable. Roy is the manager here. I was having great difficulty walking.
It was painful to see Pamela hurting like that. We've tried everything.
Nothing worked.
And we'd heard about the Good Feet store. Put those R supports in our boots.
I can keep up with my husband when he starts moving.
It's extraordinary. She's Pam.
He's Roy, and that's our Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
When game time runs into dinner time, a hero must rise. Like DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza. Because delicious fresh baked taste straight from your oven always wins. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Take a splash of inspiration, a dash of imagination, and you get a snack so packed with juice and real fruit it had to be named Welch's Juicefuls. See the juice, taste the fruit. Welch's Juicefuls.
You're watching the Lexus Halftime Report.
Your best defense against erosion and cavities is strong enamel. Nothing beats it. New Pro Enamel Active Shield actively shields the enamel to defend against erosion and cavities. I think that this product is a game changer for my patients. It really works.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take. You're on the fastest route. Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
I love my...
Amazing scent of Gain Flings, time stops. And you realize you're in love.
Steve!
With a laundry detergent. Gain Flings, seriously good scent.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now!
But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
We're not weird. We just do things differently. We don't have a secret language. Good bull isn't hard to understand. We're not followers, but we do have a leader. It's no secret who we are. Trust me, we'll tell you.
Howdy. Howdy.
We stand out because we stand up and stick around when things get tough. We push ourselves further and lift up our communities. We're different, and that's what makes a difference.
This is College Football Final, the best.
Wings, pizza, curry, poke. Have you heard about poke?
We will no longer be prisoners to you, Winter. We shall fly south to where the courts are eternally bright, and we will do so with Consumer Cellular. The same coverage for up to half the cost. When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
Looks like it's prime time on.
Dr. Garcia?
Crest Reality Checkup.
That grimy film on your teeth, it's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities and runs. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
Can I get a latte?
The #1 toothpaste brand in America, Crest.
Are you tired of pans that burn and lids that don't fit? Introducing Gotham Steel, chef-tested cookware that's ultra-durable and non-stick. Gotham Steel is made with cast aluminum and coated with Ticerama, a fusion of ultra-durable titanium and super slick ceramic. This cookware comes with vented glass lids and is oven rated up to 500 degrees. Even use metal utensils with no scratching. Plus, the entire set is PFOA free and dishwasher safe. You can get the Gotham Steel 12-piece set for just 4 easy payments of $49.99. We'll even include our self-draining fry basket, stainless steel steamer insert, and steamer rack. Plus, you'll get our 5-piece Gotham Steel bakeware set, the non-stick way to bake your favorite desserts. That's an incredible 20-piece cookware set, and we'll even pay for shipping. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-595-3045. That's 1-800-595-3045, or go online to gothamset.com.
You hear a lot about me these days, but here at the University of South Carolina, it's all about the we. The curious we, the compassionate we, the lend a hand, bend an ear we. The Rhodes Scholar winning, 80,000 head spinning, united, unstoppable, undeniable we. Because when you stand for something bigger than yourself, you can create something that benefits all. Behold, the remarkable we.
It's the historic heavyweight event, the Battle of the Baddest. Boxing's heavyweight champ against the former MMA heavyweight champ. Live on ESPN Plus pay-per-view, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. To stream the fight on ESPN Plus, go to espnplus.com/top-rank and click Get Now. Or go to the ESPN Plus tab in the ESPN app and click on the Fight tile to purchase. Don't miss it. Fury versus Ngannou, today at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Only $5 Whopper Junior times 2. Double the juniors, that's your cue. One for you, one for your friends to go. JK, you ate them both, they'll never know. BK, have it your way.
Andrew just saved big on a laser hair remover at Amazon. 'Cause less hair, more air.
Saving this goat and took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for prime.
Yeah.
Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time.
Aflac!
Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac! Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac!
Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
When is a football more than a football? When it puts 4 years of higher education at your fingertips, provides medical, nutrition, and mental health support, offers academic tutoring plus medical coverage even after college, helps develop your brand, and teaches you that the end zone is only the beginning. For college athletes, a football just means more.
When game time runs into dinner time, a hero must rise. Like DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza. Because delicious fresh baked taste straight from your oven always wins. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
This thing, it's making me get an ice bath again.
What do you mean? These straps are mind-blowing. They collect hundreds of data points like HRV and REM sleep, so you know all you need for recovery.
And you are?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ. A fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like wearable training optimization tech.
How long you...
I'm done.
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ.
I'm okay.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
If you lose yourself, where you going? Don't ask no questions. You on the elevator going up to perfection. Groove.
Halloween right around the bend in a couple of days. You're watching ESPN College Football presented by Zales. This is the SEC on ESPN. As we get ready for the third quarter play. That's a costume. That's got to be hot. Yeah. I like it though. I'm trying to. What is that? Watermelon? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gamecocks will have the football to start the third quarter. McDowell on the return out to the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 from there. Well, one thing about the first half, and Johnson at quarterback, he was like Timex, kept a licking, but kept on ticking, Lewis.
Yeah, those first 3 drives to start the game, they punted the football on all 3 of them, and then the next 3 drives, when he started ticking because the running game started going. And then the play-action passing game came off with, the drop-back passing game came off with those fantastic playmakers. The next 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Now we're sitting here 21-7. Spencer Rattler got to respond.
Got to get back to what they did in the first quarter. That pass going to be complete to Nick Harbor, but his knee touched. A short pickup on the play. Lewis, tell us about the expectations you have for the second half, first of all, for South Carolina with the football.
I think this is the most critical drive of the game, Mark. I mean, they have to get some other people going other than Nick Harbor. Xavier Legette has to leave his imprint on this football game. And if you're Spencer Rattler, you can't keep throwing the football away and getting intentional grounding penalties. I understand you don't want to take negative plays, but you can't put your team in difficulty because you're throwing it away and committing penalties.
Complete to Luke Doty, the backup quarterback. And we have another offensive lineman shaken up. That's Trey Jones after the 11-yard pickup. And let's go to Q.
Yeah, as Jones gets attended on the sideline, I spoke with Jimbo Fisher about Max Johnson, their quarterback, who's sacked 3 times in the game's first 11 plays. And he echoed what Lewis said in terms of getting the running game going, getting the ball out quick. And then suddenly Texas A&M had a pocket. And Johnson's confidence just beamed there in that second quarter. This game's a little bit like Halloween if you're Texas A&M. There's some tricks and there's some treats. And meanwhile, for South Carolina, penalties in the second quarter, just brutal, continuing to put their quarterback, Spencer Rattler, under pressure. And this is a bad sight for Coach Beamer. This is an offensive line. They've had 10 injuries to offensive linemen. Today, you're seeing your 8th combination for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Q, and the intentional groundings have been a problematic situation too by Spencer Rattler. That was the first one.
You see it here. He just has to have more awareness as to the situation and understand what the consequences are when he does that.
Third and short. They'll pick up the first down and then some. Mario Anderson will move the chains. Lewis, you called this the most important drive of the ball game for South Carolina.
Absolutely. They started off the game on fire. Spencer was dealing. The running game was going. This offensive line was coming off the ball. They got Nick Harbor involved, the freshman wide receiver. Again, number 17, Xavier Legette, has to show up in this game for them.
He's only got 1 touch. Mario Anderson going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Shamar Turner, one of the top pass rushers up front with the tackle. Young man who's a tough matchup for pretty much everybody on the offensive line, let alone one that's battered, beleaguered, and bruised right now for South Carolina.
You got to get this game back to within 1 score. And it's going to start with that man behind the center, Spencer Rattler.
Doty in motion. Boy, Anderson took a hit in the backfield, kept his legs churning and moving, and makes lemonades out of lemon. Picked up 7.
That's an incredible run on the part of Mario Anderson. McKinley Jackson, he had him dead in his sights. And you thought that was for sure going to be a negative play at TFL. And just watch it here. Just watch the lower body strength and the balance to get out of that.
On 3rd and 2, Rattler throws it downfield. It's caught at the 40 by Trey Knox. Oh, it's Trey Day for the first down. Rattler made a play that time, and Knox answered at the other end, Lewis.
That's incredible. I thought this was going to be another one of those throwaway situations, and I was just about to say, well, at least there's an eligible receiver in there, and then Trey Knox comes down with the play. That's the kind of thing you need. You're going to have a couple of those lucky ones.
18-yard gain. Anderson over the left side of that offensive line. Picks up about 3 on the play. Look at the hands on Knox.
He's just Bryce Anderson is all over him. Could have been pass interference, and he still comes down with it. But look, Trey Knox is one of those guys at 6'5", 240. You're going to hear about him on Sundays at the next level too. He's got too good of route running skills, too good of hands, and too good of a kid. We love talking to him.
On 2nd and 7, little receiver screen. Nothing happening that time for Nick Harbor. Couldn't get untracked to use that 10.2 100-meter speed. Torian York made the tackle, and it sets up a 3rd down and 7 from the 31. What do you like here on 3rd down, Lewis?
Yeah, you know, I would like to get Spencer out on the perimeter again. Get him outside the pocket. Don't let this pass rush tee off on him. Again, I continue to say that Xavier Legette needs to be involved in this game. He's matched up one-on-one down here at the bottom of the screen, right here. But I want to get Spencer outside the pocket here and let him create.
Got rid of it one-on-one down the sideline. Incomplete. And no flag intended for Nick Harbor. Being closely covered by Deuce Harmon.
Going to the freshman, man. They're putting a lot of trust in freshman Nick Harbor, who is a guy who they know is still just developing. Not able to get his body around and really high point that ball. Real nice coverage by Deuce Harmon, who defensive coordinator DJ Durkin singled out as someone who has been playing some really good football recently for Texas A&M.
Mitch Jeter is going to attempt this field goal from 49 yards out. He's 9 of 11 on the season with a long of 51. That is pure. Makes it an 11-point lead.
Timeout.
So they get a score out of what my partner called the most important drive of the ball game. They put 3 on the board and hang around. Back after this.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. Las Vegas Grand Prix chose T-Mobile to help power operations for one of the world's largest racing events. MLB partners with T-Mobile to advance how the game is played.